Welcome for one motivational English class with teacher Graziella, and in this type of classes the teacher just speak English, you practice listening comprehension, vocabulary, and at the same time we talk about something different about life or happiness. And today we're going to talk about 10 paths, ways for you to win yourself. What's to win? The opposite of lose. And this idea here is to conquer yourself, to control yourself, to have self-leadership about who you are, about your thoughts, about your attitudes, about your behaviors, about your feelings, and including your mood, okay? Humor. So we are going to talk about these 10 paths, and which is super important for a person that wants to be happier or more balanced, okay? Balanced is equilibrado, equilibrada. So let's go for top number one. The top number one, if you want to win yourself, you have to look at your refugees. You have to see what are the things that you're doing in order to run away from your reality. Are you watching too much TV? Are you traveling too much or eating too much? Perhaps drinking too much, smoking too much, having a lot of sex, or some areas you're getting too much of that. And this is a refugee. When I talk too much, I am getting away, running away from something. So when I don't want to see my reality, I really don't want to see what I feel, what I really think about, what I do about the thing, I work with refugee. And our mental health is super intelligent. We start to do things not to see that. So I have a lot of friends, I go out a lot, I surf a lot. When you do something that's too much, like me, I work 5 hours a day. If I start working 10, 12, 15 hours a day, you start to observe that something is wrong. It's the same with sleeping, eating, and all areas of your life. Let's go to the step number 2, which is to see that everything is addiction. When we say that we are addicted, viciados, and we think about crack, drugs, and alcohol, it's not just this, because there are a lot of people who don't drink and don't smoke, and they're still addicted into sleeping. Your addiction can be eating or talking bad shit about people. Your addiction can be so many other things like physical exercise or working. Your bad habits can be good habits, but when it's over, it's a kind of addiction. And what is an addiction? It's a way my mental and physical health discover to get away from the refugee of reality. So it's super important to see if all your attitudes and behaviors are in balance when you're not doing too much or you're not doing that at all. We are here to find the middle path. And if you're doing too much of something and it's over, some kind of addiction or refugee of reality. Pay attention to this, and let's go to step number 3, because you have to learn to control yourself and not others. You don't control other people. You don't control the time, the government, the crisis, the sickness. There are many things in life that you don't control. Now, don't try to discover this in the worst way, which is suffering. Because a lot of people take the whole life to control people and pay attention and control and ask and call and wait and expect too much about things that you have to open for the reality that we will never control. We will never be the boss about everything. There are things that we can't buy. Peace, patience, love, forgiveness are things that we can't buy with a credit card. So if you're still trying to control your life, your future, your desires and wishes, stop immediately, okay? Because I gotta make a physical effort for the possible things, but I can't control everything. And people who live in peace, they know about this, because everything has a different purpose. That's not just for me as an egoism and selfishness, okay? We are trying to see that you're never gonna control people. You will never gonna change your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your crush, your husband, your wife, your mom and dad. You start pointing when you go to your mom and dad's house. You should change this decoration. You should cook better. You should this and you should that. We love to give suggestions and advice to people, but we don't even control our lives. Who are you? Do you have a perfect diet every day? Do you have a perfect disciplined physical exercise every day? You don't even get up when the alarm clock rings. You put 10 minutes, yeah? To sneeze, a soneca, and you're trying to control other people's lives. So I include myself into this. Sometimes we want to change. We want that person to be the same as us. We want that friend to think the same as we do. But we don't control people. We don't even control their attitudes, behaviors, actions. We don't control their choices, professions, suggestions. So what are we trying to do if we don't even know how to do it with ourselves? We want to teach people how to do that with them. Come on, give up controlling, and you're going to live a life much better in peace. And you start winning yourself to learn about yourself more than about others, okay? Step number 4 is to try to live your life. Live a good life and construct your life. You are the principal, director of your life. You get the pen and you hold your book. You write your story, not people. You're not a victim of people or from your family, or whatever happened to you can be the worst problem, or even if it's something that I couldn't handle, it's something that you're suffering at the moment. I understand, but you're gonna put a comma, virgula in this, and you're going to construct a new ending. It's up to you. It's self-responsibility. You are going to live your life the way you want. It's free will. Leave arbitrio. You do whatever you want. Nobody's gonna control you, even your mom or your husband or people's opinion. You decide. Now, if it's for the good or for the bad, you're going to see this is experience, maturity. And it's okay if you made a mistake or not. But try to come back and live your life, not just by surviving as working and paying bills, but try to do your best to construct something that you want for the rest of your generation as sons and daughters, or even for yourself to live a nice history as example for other people. Now, the path number 5 here, if you really want to win yourself, is to elect the way you will evolute. Try to understand what is evolution and who you are and where you want to be. And based on this, try to get some help. It could be a book, a film, a religion, something that you're going to do every day, a discipline like meditation, or a spiritual reading, or something that's going to make you feel good. It can be a little celebration, but it's something that's going to make you evolute. Paying attention to your bad defaults that you're going to change all the time for good qualities, trying to be a better person day by day, avoiding some addictions, yeah? Understand what you need, what you don't need, understand what you want, what you don't want to your life, and start making decisions based on right after actions. And this is up to you, but elect. Try to find a way that you're going to follow. People that do yoga, people that study about Buddha's life, people that prefer Jesus Christ's life, people who likes Mohammed's life. I don't care. Find an example or a hero, a person that you're gonna define, and try to be like this person. Of course, with good qualities, I hope. Let's go to path number 6, which is enjoyment. You have to make your life an enjoyment, and you decide these as positive things. You go to the park because you feel good in nature. Now, if you don't feel good in nature, you go to the beach. Now, if you don't have money to spend a day at the beach, you're going to cross in front of your street, put a chair and watch the car passing. But you're going to do something that's good for you, not what's good for me. I feel good recording videos and helping people, but that's my choice. I feel good having a baby and having a good relationship with my husband, but this is my priority. The question is, what is your priority? And if enjoyment is part of your life, you have to do these positive things. Now pay attention. If you watch TV, drink, dance, fuck, can do all these delicious things as eating in restaurants, spending money, going to the shopping. That's all wonderful. I love it. But it's a distractor. You're not falling to the evolution path if you do this all the time. So pay attention not to be in the horizontal distractors and put yourself into the evolution and make this an enjoyment all the time as a balance of all these choices. You get what I said? All right, let's go to path number 7, which is never give up. You must have persistence and discipline if you want to be happy in your life. Because when you don't do something, you feel bad the next day. And this is called hangover, ressaca. And it's not just alcohol hangover. You feel bad because you didn't acquire, you didn't conquer, you didn't achieve exactly what you wanted. You put yourself into that target, into that objective, and suddenly you don't follow, you don't do what it's necessary. And then one day passes, 1 week passes, and the same way 1 year is gonna pass. And after 10 years, you look back at your life and you see you didn't have the plenitude points everybody usually does, yeah? And what's happening to you? Why you're so different? Are you an ET? No, it's just a lack of discipline. You're paying attention to your laziness instead of controlling yourself, winning from yourself, and make this a substitution. No, bad things are gonna happen to you. You gotta use this as an opportunity and don't give up about your life. I've tried to give up about my life several times for different areas in life problems, but now you're gonna say to yourself that you will never give up. You can stop for a day, cry for 2, but you're not gonna stop forever because it's difficult or because you don't wanna suffer. Everybody's trying to be happy in different ways, and you're gonna be one more that wants this and that your life. There's no right or wrong, it's just your choices that's gonna make this for you. Evoluting is trying this and seeing that's right or wrong, or good or bad for you, and changing your options and decisions again. Why not? Stay with what's working and change what's not. Now, it's not so easy to do these things, and we're talking about theories, but when you start putting in practice the points that clicks with you, immediately you're gonna have some different results in your life, I bet. Let's go to point number 8. Don't run away from your problems, because when you run away, you don't want to see them. You have a family problem, or you have a professional problem, you have a finance problem, and you don't want to look at them. You just run away. Let's smoke some marijuana and forget about that, huh? Isn't it a good idea? Let's have 2 or 3 girls at one night and I will forget about that. Let's play a music and drink some wine, 1, 2, 3, 4 glasses until I get into completely forgetting my problems. These are good refugees and distractors. The point is, how long are you gonna take doing this? How much effort and energy you're going to apply into this running, because you don't want to see the reality. And then the problem repeats again until you stop, look at them, solve them in a different way as an opportunity to learn, because the problem is knocking on your door exactly because you need this lesson. And you just say thank for the problem in order to grow up. Now, different actions and different reactions for the same problem. I can't tell you what I would or wouldn't do if I were in your shoes, se eu tivesse nos seus sapatos, se eu fosse você, if I were you, or if I were in your shoes. Because this situation is just you who can lead. You are the one who can carry this cross. I have my crosses, okay? And this is all different. What's big for a person can be little for others. The point is, what's been difficult for you in this moment? You look at this and transform this. Not because you want to fight with the problem, but because you want to thank the opportunity to grow with that. And give choices for you. Listen to suggestions, try this and that to get over this, but never run away from the problem, because this is the easiest way not to look at the problem and reality. But I can tell you, after 10 years, you start having some aches, pains, physical aspects and diseases in your body, and you don't know where it comes from. And it comes from exactly your emotions and all reactions you had during your whole life through these problems, okay? Let's go to path number 9, which is mental deceptions. If you're having mental deceptions and you're getting sick because you are too nervous all the time, or because you can't react to things, you're always arguing, you're always reacting, it's time for you to stop and make the cleaning. The cleaning is related to stop with your mental deceptions related to people, expectations, what they should or shouldn't do. Stop pointing. Just stop talking to the people that make you feel nervous. Give a break for sometimes for that situation or that people. Why do you still go to that party or that meeting where you know you're not happy? Why you're still working in that place or visiting that family that don't make you feel good with that? Why don't you reduce this for a 15 minutes coffee and bye-bye? Without arguments, without fight. Why do you still answer people that criticize you? You're kind of feeding, alimentando your mental health, yeah? So you're being unhealthy. You're not being healthy because, in mental support I'm talking about, okay? Because you're not cutting these deceptions. Avoid, prevent yourself from this in the name of your peace, in the name of your life, in the name of my balance. I'm not gonna talk to this person anymore. In the name of my balance, I'm gonna avoid this situation again. Let's go to the last step, last path, which is regrets. Regrets are arrependimentos. And of course, I did bad things, and so did you in many different areas of life. But the point here is self-forgiveness. Auto perdão. If I can't forgive myself about the shit I did in the past, it's very difficult to forget and forgive other people. Not just forgive, perdoar, but forget, esquecer. It's together, okay? So the point here in English, we usually say never mind. Não ponha isso na sua mente nunca. Esqueça, forget about it. Never mind. Because the person didn't do on purpose. And if she really did on purpose that accident or that word or that opinion, it wasn't related to you as well. It's related to that person specifically who did it. And now if you feed this into you, not forgetting these people or forgetting what you've done in the past where you didn't have conscious about, where you didn't know about, it's a time in your life that you wasn't so intelligent, you weren't so intelligent as you are now. So allow yourself to make this mistake. Look back, smile, laugh about you, and say, it's okay, I did this, but I will never do again. I did that, but now I will never repeat the same mistake. And pat yourself and hold yourself and say, it's okay. Let's go and move forward. Don't look at the past just because you did something and punish yourself. So stupid. You were just a stupid person who did that. Because you have to give yourself a new chance to do something different. And if you start doing this to yourself, it's automatically you're going to start doing for others. And it's super easy to forgive a person that horns at you at the traffic jam. It's super easy to forgive a stupid person that says you are a piece of shit. It's her opinion. And it's super easy to forgive and forget family situations and friends, little things, that you in the past passed through days and hours and weeks and years thinking about, not talking to that person anymore. You still don't talk to you because you don't forgive and forget what you've done. So make a cleaning about your past. Forgive all the stupid things you did. I did, you did, everybody done. Okay? And try to look forward. And the same with the people that you still need to talk. Send a message, okay? Say you forgive and it's okay. Take a look at the proud, orgulho, because that's what destructs the relationships. Well, today we're talking about 10 paths to achieve the winning about yourself. And it's one of the 500 times and types of ways to achieve happiness, peace, and self-control. Win from yourself, and I'll be back next week with more tips about happiness and survival. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you understand the subtitles in English. If you can put in YouTube, okay? This class will be in small pieces in Instagram and Facebook later on. Check our website in our social networks and introduce your email there. I'm gonna send bigger classes and all the motivational listenings and pronunciation classes for free for you. Take care. Thank you very much for studying with us. God bless you. Bye bye.